Hi folks, Kevin and Thea here.
Hi everybody, Kevin found me in the kitchen.
So what we're doing now is we thought we'd take you along and show you some of the steps that we go through, or Thea actually goes through. I'm only involved partially with it, processing some of the spearmint. So hold on one second, I'll turn the camera around.
Yeah, so as I was saying, Kevin found me in the kitchen. He took some video of cutting our spearmint row down, and I think he's going to incorporate that all into this video. And it's a really long one. It's like 70 feet long and several feet wide, so we get a lot of spearmint. Most of the things we're using for spearmint now are just the teas because we love it, especially Kevin loves it a lot. So all winter long we don't want to buy it in the store, we want our own organic spearmint tea. So it's now June, and this is the time where it comes up very well. I got a bunch of it in jars, jars like these, about 2 weeks ago, and I got 7 jars of it, and that was about a third of our 70-foot row. So last week we did the whole rest of the run, and then we put it inside of the greenhouse on racks, which I think Kevin has pictures of, and I'll go out and show you that in a bit. And now it's a week later and it is dried very well. It gets about 100 degrees in there, and therefore it takes about a week to dry. And now my job is this afternoon is to get it off of the stalks, crush it up, put it in jars, seal it with a seal-a-meal lid, and label it and put it on the shelf for the winter. And as you can see, poor Vida is decided to help us make this video.
In the video clip that's hopefully showing right now, we started off with me scything down the spearmint and taking that, dropping it down, and then what Thea did, Thea went through, separated all the weeds, things that are non-spearmint. So there's some grass still in there. Our spearmint bed isn't completely overwhelmed with spearmint yet, but it's a vast majority of it is spearmint. So we scythe that down. Thea goes ahead and grabs it up into small bundles in a sense, puts it in the back of Pepe, our little 4-wheel utility vehicle, and then we drive it around. My daughter shows up in the video too, is also helping to get it into the Harbor Freight, get it into the back of the Pepe. We bring that around, drive it up to our small little greenhouse. It's a 10 by 12 Harbor Freight greenhouse. And we lay it on racks, metal racks inside of the greenhouse. And then, as Thea mentioned, we turn on one fan. When it's sunny out, it gets up to about a maximum of 115 degrees up high in the air, but around 95 to 100 degrees at the level that the spearmint is actually at. And when it's ultimately dry, that's when we go through the next step. So hold on one second.
All right, so here we are in the Harbor Freight greenhouse, and the spearmint is all dry. Most of it is on the shelves, Kevin show you here, spread out, and we turn it after a couple of days so the bottom, isn't moist. We get pretty good air circulation with the fan, and then this is all open on the bottom, so that helps it dry really fast. We also have the opposite side of the greenhouse, which I have already done. So this was loaded with spearmint.
So you can see those are racks from one of our seed starting racks that you can get at Lowe's, Home Depot, or Costco. So that's what we use to place all of the mint on, and any other materials, any other herbs that we're drying.
The other thing that we got, and is really kind of cool, are these pop-up laundry baskets. They were at the dollar store, so it's pretty economical. And then we have the little hooks here to hang them. So these were full with spearmint, and well, here's one here that actually has some in it. So that's another way for us to do it. It worked out really well with the chamomile flowers because it is solid on the bottom and the little pieces didn't fall through, but the air went through. So that worked out really nice. So we have a whole bunch of those too. So here we would grab some of the spearmint, and you always have some that's lost and falls out the bottom, but we certainly ended up with lots of jars. And then I come over to this side. It's just easier for me to work over here, just a little bit more room. and place it over one of our little stainless steel pans. And go ahead and I just go and hold it with my right hand at the base, and just it really easily strips off and into the pan. And I just keep on doing this until it is full. And then after that, we take our June into the kitchen and put it in the canning jars.
Very good. So, apologize for the lighting in here right now. It's very overcast, about to rain outside, so the amount of light in here is somewhat minimal at this point. But it seems to go pretty rapidly, your process. Once these are dry, you're able to peel off the leaves with very little effort.
Yep, and it's a good time too if we miss a couple blades of grass and all. By doing each stem individually, we can go ahead and get anything that's not spearmint, discarded. And I just toss it on the floor, the stalks, and then come along and clean up the Harbor Freight when I'm all done, and get ready for the next plant that we're going to go ahead and dry for this winter.
So the other thing I'll mention that we have in the Harbor Freight is we have one single fan that ends up circulating pretty well in here. Good. You want to go in now and we'll show the next step?
Yep, that sounds great. And it usually takes about a week in here. That's what we found each time we've done. It doesn't seem to matter which plant it is, but about a week, at least with our weather that we have upstate New York. Okay, the next step is to get these crushed down some and put it in the mason jars. Then we take our lids and place them on top, and then we'll show you how we use the vacuum sealer to get the extra air out so it lasts fresh and it tastes good all winter long. So I used to use one of those funnels, to try and get it in, but it just seemed to take longer, and it was just easier to put the jar inside of this pan. So just gently work it in.
Now you're using a wide mouth jar there, right?
Yeah, so the other one's too narrow. At least it's kind of a pain.
We've pretty much transitioned to predominantly all wide mouth jars for all of our canning. We still have some of the regular mouth ones, but we just find it easier for everything but like seed and all to use the wide mouth jars.
And then once you get it in, pressing gently with your fingers, we use this wooden press to go ahead and just gently tap it. It makes it a little finer. It's good for the tea, and I can put more in the jar. So now I have more space. So I just fill that up. Press. Looks like this might fill a whole jar here, Kevin. And then usually what I end up doing at the end is just kind of getting the extra leaves on the top here, whatever will fit in. I usually put my hand around a little because sometimes when you pop it down, poof, the leaves come out the side. Alright, now we save all our lids out, and if you save them in here, they seem not to get as rusty and we can reuse them. So these are just, from fruit and stuff that we've bought in the store. So I get a lid and then we walk to our next spot. You ready, Kevin?
Yep.
Alright, let's go. Alright, so we have this nifty contraption, and they come in two different sizes. One's the regular lids and then the wide mouth, and 99.9% of the time we're using the wide mouth. So we put it over, just kind of press down, hit the button, and let the green go up until it hits red, and it'll let you know when it's all sealed. Sometimes it's got a little pocket rim that's not sealed, but these are reusable lids, so I have to kind of move it around a little, and then boom, it goes right back up to where it's supposed to be. And then the air comes out. Then it's time to take this off, and it's all sealed. Put it back in the kitchen on the shelf, and once I get them all, then I will label them that this is spearmint and it's for 2017. Well, we're all set. We have lots and lots of spearmint to drink this winter and share with our friends. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully it will help you if you decide to find some mint and dry it up and make your own tea.
Sounds good, hon. Thanks for tuning in for this episode, and if you found this of value, please give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends.
Thumbs up.
And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, folks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.